Hey, you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, nothing too bad, but trust me, you don't want to see me on camera. Donkey says, no, don't show her face on camera, goodness me. So anyway, I thought I could at least bring you a twin flame reading or a divine masculine reading today, so we can kind of see where he's at. For those of you in separation, it can be a difficult time, and for those of you in separation because of what's going on in the world, it can also be a difficult time. So I'm going to get a little story from Divine Masculine today. I'm going to call it Divine Masculine Speaks, because we're going to get an idea of what he wants to say. So I'm going to use my other deck here as well for clarification, so that we can see if there's any kind of double energies coming up at the moment. As you know, we're in Mercury retrograde at the moment, and although I don't like to feed into this energy, I believe that our energy is our own. There are some kind of, planetary consequences, that seem to be kind of coming up at the moment. So, wow, look at this. We've got the Divine Masculine has a lot to say today. So I'm going to get through the reading as quick as I can, because I'm running a little bit late today as well, but I do hope to upload each day, or like I normally do. I kind of slept in a little bit today, so that's alright. Here we go. Yeah, there's some kind of justice that he wants to speak about here. Let's have a look at the bottom of this deck. This is Divine Masculine, kind of, in this really sexy mood, thinking about Divine Feminine, and connected with this Justice card here. It seems that many of them are thinking of, full committal. Some are also religious and, don't believe in sex before marriage. So I guess, what's coming up for that is that, they want to marry you as soon as they can. So they can do that if they're religious in any kind of way. Now the bottom of the deck here for the bigger deck is this, idea that the Divine Masculine feels defensive towards the connection. Okay, so he knows that Divine Feminine may have had some drama going on in her life, and we'll continue with this story in a moment. Alright, so let's just go and see what he wanted to say first of all. He's heard the call. This is the call from the angelic realm to come into union with his Divine Feminine. This has occurred in the recent past. It's kind of like that trumpet blow, Divine Feminine, she heard it already. Divine Masculine is now looking up and realizing that there's something more. I'm also getting this feeling of healing coming through with the cross on the flag. And so you may hear from your Divine Masculine very soon. He wants to rush in and tell you that he's holding on to some kind of truth here. And this truth is related to what he sees as being wish fulfillment, but it's also related to what you see as wish fulfillment. You see, Divine Masculine won't feel content unless wish fulfillment occurs on both sides. And so he may be contemplating, what does Divine Feminine need? What should I bring to her? Or what needs to happen for this to occur? In the past, look at these energies here. This is really, really interesting, because we have, this idea that I don't know what to say to her, I'm a little bit confused on what to say. But then we have this very short energy also coming through. So he knows what he wants, but he's kind of not sure about what divine feminine wants. And it's very important to him. Okay. Generally too, I want to mention that, you know, when someone is in love with you, they want to make sure that you're okay. You know, it's like if you had a kid or a pet, you know, you really do want to make sure that they're okay. And so he feels this way. And so he knows that divine feminine's had some difficulties in her life, just as he has in his. He also knows that they've both endured mental negativity from themselves and others. And this has brought in some kind of physical exhaustion. And this can be in the past and now. And so he recognizes the need for healing. And he knows that when the two combine their energies, and, you know, he's primarily thinking through making love here, when the two, you know, join together or let their fluids combine, that's the best way I can put it without being too gross. But you know what I mean? It's this energy of togetherness, okay, this energy of oneness. You know, it's the water for emotion and the warmth representing the light of God or whoever you believe in. So that might be Buddha or Allah, or just in a universal law, okay? This idea of feeling pure together, this idea of feeling rooted down together, which is kind of funny because in Australia, if you say rooting, it actually means having sex, you know, like it's a slang word for having sex. So it's kind of funny in a way, you know. An expression might be, you know, I don't know, I rooted her on my honeymoon, right? You know, as in, but then the root chakra's here as well. So it's an interesting synchronicity that I find within language here. So I'm not trying to be crude or revolting, but it's just that, you know, that we have the root chakra here, and I was just talking about making love, you know, in unison, in union. And many twin flames right now are going to be feeling as though their twin flame is coming to them in the ethereal realm, or, you know, when they're doing a meditation, or perhaps, you know, when they're doing their housework. You're going to feel your divine masculine. Again, he's saying, I've been thinking about what to say when I message you, because there's this outpouring of love occurring here, this outpouring of needing to be with the divine feminine. He's also understanding that the divine feminine is far more intuitive and far more capable than what he first thought. Okay, this is a beautiful card, sometimes representing the other woman too, so, you know, take that how it resonates for you. But in the upright, this is a beautiful woman who is perhaps a fire sign, very passionate and able to, you know, and capable of doing things. Very, very truthful and highly intuitive, you know, able to see into the future, able to have this strength, able to have this clarity and know what to say. So he loves this about divine feminine, because divine feminine speaks generally from the heart. And I have this throat chakra thing here, because it's like he wants to say some things to divine feminine, but then he kind of backpedals a little bit and says, oh no, maybe I can't speak to her again and tell her that. Because the truth is, divine masculine is quite exhausted from his day-to-day life. Now this can be work related, or it can be related to, you know, his karmic situation. He has a lot of responsibilities here, you know, there's 10 or more responsibilities. It might be with children, It might be with a karmic partner. It might be with friends or family. But he does have a big load in his physical reality. And sometimes he has to, speak his truth with other people, and he would never want to speak this way to divine feminine, I should say. He kind of feels like a little bit bad, because when he speaks with divine feminine, he comes across as this really got it together kind of confident masculine energy. But sometimes these other people in his life, and this can be work related or family related, but they disappoint him mentally. They disappoint him with their intelligence, and they disappoint him by making him feel kind of left out. And so sometimes his ego does come through here, and it's because he feels that they don't understand him. This also can occur for divine feminine as well, where she feels a little bit misunderstood within the world, because she has, either a psychic ability or an ability of knowing that there's more to life than just going to work every day and coming home and being tired, and paying the bills. She knows that there's more than that. In fact, divine feminine is so intuitive that many divine feminines for right now are spending time, on themselves, and spending time making sure that they're okay. And this is a great energy. I noticed the candle kind of flickered a little bit brighter as I said that. So divine masculine wants to say, listen, I recognize, whether he understands twin flames or not, he says, I recognize this as a true and honest connection. I'm giving you my love, and I'm giving you the most special part of me. And of course, for divine masculine, that is to make love to the divine feminine. He wants to give that to her as a gift. Okay, it's this beautiful, romantic way. It's not, it's not that player energy of wham bam, thank you ma'am, which is another Australian slang thing that we say here in Australia. But it's actually, you are my everything. You are the one I want to take care of. You are, the most beautiful person I've ever known. And so he's made this decision. Wow, look at this. So he's made this decision with his sphinxes to come all the way from wherever he needs to come from to divine feminine. That may be a communication of some kind, whether it's a phone call or a text, or he actually may be coming, if you can imagine him on a chariot, back in the olden days, right? The olden days. But he really actually wants to come to her. And you notice the stars above his head here. Some of divine masculines are really contemplating her in the night time, looking to the stars, imagining her, even having this dream or this daydream about, kissing under the stars, making love under the stars, perhaps even going camping. And here she is, divine feminine, here you are, ready to go camping, right? You might need to put on some boots because he might want to take you fishing, but he really wants to nurture you. He really wants to protect you, and he really feels this need to come to you. And it's because of all the work divine feminine has been putting into herself. And it's a very beautiful energy. The truth is right here, and the Two of Cups is this beautiful symbiotic relationship where there's healing here. He wants to give all of himself to her, and she wants to give all of herself to him. And this is a very, very beautiful gesture, because both of them feel the truth. Both of them know the truth. It can feel otherworldly at times. It can feel as though you're in some kind of movie, as twin flames will know. it's this gesture of, I may not have much to give you monetarily or otherwise, but I have my heart to give. Okay? And so divine feminine kind of goes, well, I'm willing to come out of this on my own energy, because, you know, for a while she's kind of been doing it on her own. And she's ready for the passion. You know, she's really ready for the passion. And it looks like divine masculine only has a little way to go. He's been gathering his resources here and or his money to come to you. All right? Don't ever think that divine masculine isn't thinking ahead. He is. He's a planner. He's a doer. He knows exactly what he's doing. And that's the truth. The last little message coming through is that this is a song. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Now, who sings that? One of you divine feminines are going to know. Is it Meatloaf? I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I'm not sure. That song's important to some of you today. All right, so look that up. This is divine masculine taking a risk, willing to leave everything behind. Notice everything's behind him here, and there's a cliff. He's ready to jump into this relationship. And not only is he ready to jump into it, but he's ready to commit, right? This is him either needing to get a divorce to come to you, or wanting to, for some divine masculines, they may need to get a divorce and then remarry, or there's some kind of legal thing, maybe some paperwork that needs signing before they come to you. Maybe to do with business or something else, but it's, you know, this legality stuff that needs to be done. And why does it need to be done? I would do anything for love, right? So, and there's this other song coming through too. You took the words right out of my mouth. It must have been while you were kissing me. Okay, I don't know if it's the same song or not, but yeah, definitely Meatloaf. I'm pretty sure it's Meatloaf. And, you know, he's doing it all for love, right? He wants to be this guy for you. He wants to bring you all of the love, all of the money, all of the resources. And usually this guy's just all about money. But the secret is, we have a little secret here, is that some of you don't know that your divine masculines actually already have a lot of money, and so they're craving love. Okay, they don't need you to help them with the monetary stuff. They've got that all sorted. This is a little secret that some of them are keeping. In fact, some of them have got university degrees, or you know, have got extended training in some kind of field, and they just haven't told you. But, you know, they've done this on purpose to see whether you're all about the love or all about the money. And it's kind of cute, really, because if they're going to come and travel to you and be, you know, the one that you want, that's another song coming through. You're the one that I want, honey. Ooh, 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 honey. You know, the Grease song. If they're going to come to you and bring everything to you and be your lucky wish fulfillment here, you know, they kind of just want you to love them for their hot penis, you know what I mean? And not the money. So they're not about the money. They're about the angelic realm. They're about taming of the ego. They're about purity. They're about true love. You know, they are also, many of them, quite domineering in the bedroom. Hubba hubba, take that how it resonates for you. We literally have the Emperor coming up with the King of Wands together, and you know, this is the guy that wants to make love, and this is who's your daddy. So, you know, look out, divine feminine. he may not have told you this, but I'm sure if you've spent any time with your divine masculine, you'll be able to know that that's how he feels about you. And it's because he's in love with you. He doesn't want to make love with you just simply because it feels good. He wants to make love with you because he wants to join with you and become one with you. And that's a really beautiful thing, which, you know, in this day and age is often quite rare. One little last tiny little message. He says, grab 3 cards from this deck to finish off the message. I must comply, otherwise my throat chakra will be going cray-cray all day. You can imagine what it's like. Don't become an empath. Whatever you do, it'll drive you crazy. There we go. 1, 2, and that one, 3. Yeah. I was confused about what to do. So if he hadn't come in, he was just at work. But now, look at this, Mr. Commitment, Mr. Commitment. Let's call him Justin the Justice. He wants to bring commitment to you now. So look out, Divine Feminine. You may not be expecting it. Some of you may even be proposed to, and you're not even ready for it. So get ready, because here he comes. That's another song. Get ready, because here I come. I don't know who sings that either, but all these songs are just pouring in today. All right, thank you for being a follower here. If you want to like, subscribe, and share my videos, I'd really appreciate it. I'll be back on camera soon as I feel a little bit better. And remember, if you want to put your names down for healing, I have a healing list. And so each time I pray, your names that you put down go onto this healing list. And of course, at any time you can contact me if you want your name taken off. Okay, I'm sending you so much love and peace from Australia. And I hope this message resonates for you. Let me know down in the comments. And if you need any of my services, they're also down in the description box below. You can contact me there. And also, thank you for the donations too. That's much appreciated. I really am very grateful. So have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you all real soon. Bye. Bye.